I was like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. This one-piece climbing Eden Rose live bare root moment is going to come to you for this awesome price of $32.98 or 3 easy payments of $10.99. This is brand new today. We have not seen this before. I mean, the amount of petals in here, first of all, you can't even count them. That is spectacular. It's almost like that Willy Wonka moment when he goes and picks that little cup out of the garden. It's like a cup of a rose, and we've got 2 different options for you to shop today. We have got a gorgeous white option that you're looking at right here, or that you were looking on screen. We have a white, and then here is your pretty in pink. Now, that wonderful thing about that pretty in pink is that true, beautiful Barbie pink. Oh my goodness, stop it right now.
Yes.
Wow!
I will live there now. Thank you.
It literally looks like a set piece from like the Secret Garden.
Yes.
Like truly, these are next level roses. Look at the amount of petals in there, just over and over and over, and it smells
divine.
Wow.
Isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
So roses, I am a huge fan.
Yes.
And there are all different kinds. Shrub roses, mini roses. These are the climbing roses.
Okay.
So there are some really special, unique places that we put climbing roses that we can't do the other ones.
Right.
And I love them because pots. What is this tower of beauty? Now you can grow it. Now this is also a little bit more of a compact climbing rose. So it's not going to be one of those that like takes over the side of your house.
Right.
It is going to be manageable. Those you could not put in containers.
Right, okay.
This one you can.
Okay.
You can also put it alongside a fence. So if you have a fence that you want to use a climbing rose for, one of those bigger ones would not work, but Eden would be perfect. It would just ramble along the fence. Of course, if you have, we sell the trellises and the arbors to create that romantic sweeping look and fragrance. Not all of our roses, Steve, have fragrance anymore.
Sure, they're all different.
They're all different. And breeding, because what we have done, we have bred these roses to be disease resistant, which is great, because I don't want you to be afraid to grow roses. I want you to be able to have this, and you can, because what we have done is bred them to be more disease resistant, which there are some things like black spot and powdery mildew that roses have been affected in the past. This one will not have that, but yet it now has the fragrance. A lot of times you don't get both, but with this one you do. You get this massive flower. I mean, it almost looks like those peonies, you know?
I was literally about to say that. It does. It does have like a sort of peony sort of density to it. But what's so spectacular about this is like the size of the bloom.
Huge
I mean, it is massive. Right now, Pretty in Pink is very, very popular. We have 1,800 remaining in Pretty in Pink. If you want the white option.
Yeah, let's give white some love.
We have fewer than 500 to go around in that. Oh, that's the jasmine.
So if you got the jasmine, or if you're thinking of getting the rose, they would go beautiful together. Remember, we talked about the jasmine being great to grow amongst your shrubs. So you could have it just growing up amongst this vine, and there would be little twinkle lights of jasmine amongst this pop of. I mean, look at that, beautiful. It almost looks like a heart, doesn't it?
It does. It's
so beautiful.
It's so pretty.
So the white too. We didn't put both together, but because you know it's February, remember?
Of course, I know.
So we're doing our best to show you what it would look like. But the white is also so beautiful. It is one of those pristine white roses. Some of our white roses, as the sun hits them, the edges turn a little brown. Well, guess what this one does? They turn a little pink.
Stop.
A little pink, so you can see how absolutely stunning. Yes. You
are absolutely right. Just the tiny, tiny edge of each petal turns this very, very light pink, which is, oh my goodness.
Oh, that's what you want in a rose. You want that, like a little couple different hues. It's absolutely stunning. It's also still going to be incredibly fragrant, that rose fragrance that you love and that you want. And this is the type of rose that is also good for cutting.
Okay,
so
perfect.
it's going to be loaded with, I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Oh
look
my
how many flowers are on these. Now that is growing on a fence.
Wow.
So you can see how, did you know that was growing on a fence?
I did not know that
you
was
don't
growing
see
on
a fence there.
So if you wanted a privacy moment.
Privacy moment.
And the beauty. I mean, you're checking a couple boxes here.
You've got your light post here, so it can grow up a lamp post.
Wow.
You can have it growing on a trellis. This looks like the side of a home. You can also have it growing on an arbor where something, you know, maybe it's a path that you want to create that you're walking through.
Stunning.
You are creating these magical, romantic moments in your garden with these roses that I want you to be really confident that I promise you that you can grow them, because now they are disease resistant. So they're not going to take babying.
Right. This is amazing. As you can see with the white option, all those teeny tiny little colored pink moments happening at the very edge. If you like the white option, we have 350 remaining in the white. Pretty in pink right next to me here. We have 1,500 remaining. People are absolutely picking up more than one so they can beautifully adorn their backyard, their front yard, their palatial estate now that they're going to achieve with these roses. So show us here, Katie, how are we getting this into the ground and making this moment happen
So we ship our roses bare root, which is so much easier for you to plant, right? Would you rather be planting a giant pot or something like this?
Easier.
It's also easier on the plant. You will get roses in 30 to 60 days.
Perfect.
30 to 60 days. That is the fastest way for you to get roses, and it's easier on the plant. So when we plant this, whether it's in a pot or it's in the ground, I want you to dig a hole that's as wide or even wider than the roots and how they were growing in the root that you get home.
Right.
Also, with what you get, I want you to cover it up to the crown. So you want to bury as much of this stem as you can.
Okay.
It's going to protect this. This is a hardy rose. It can go in zones 5 through 9, which is well below freezing. You know, negative 20 degrees this rose can handle, all the way up till 9, but you still want to protect it. So I'm going to dig a nice deep hole.
Okay.
And I also like to create a little mound in the center to pop those roots on. And I put it in.
Why is that?
So because there's a little bit of space in here. So that doesn't create any air pockets. I don't want any air pockets in there.
Right.
So just thank you for asking that. A little mound
so you like
down
sort
there.
of shimmy it on to the mound.
Exactly. And then you want to dump some soil in here for me. We want to fill this up.
You want me to fill this up?
Yeah, go for
definitely.
it.
All the way around.
All the way around.
Okay.
And we could probably use that whole bucket.
Okay. Oh, whole bucket.
Yep.
You bet.
Because what we're trying to do here is cover up all the way to the crown, which is where the stems meet the main central stem. Look, and then you'll want to pat it down, get rid of air pockets. That's when you'll water it. But we have a fertilizer specifically for roses, which you should pick up, because roses, listen, what do we want out of our roses?
The blooms.
This will get you more blooms, but please don't feed it until you start to see new shoots coming up out of your rose.
Absolutely, and this rose booster fertilizer is a customer top rated item. So what you're seeing here on the screen is the moment for that. You definitely want to pick this one up. You're going to get 100 of the little packets that are going to create 100 gallons. So certainly pick this up with this and have that rose garden that everyone's going to be talking about this summer. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness, you definitely want to pick this up because we also have them in 2 different colors, white and that pretty in pink. Both have been wildly popular. Well, speaking of popular, we've got one of our most popular fellas here.
Oh, I wish. Steve, Katie, how are you?
Good to see you.
You guys have garden holiday out here, and you're talking about rosebuds. How about something for your taste buds? I got holiday coming up, so you're doing the whole olfactory sense thing here. Come and see what you want to eat a little bit later.
And guess what we have next?
Strawberries. No, they are
strawberries. Perfect. I love that. Thanks for coming over to say hi, TJ.
Thanks,
we'll
friend.
see you soon.
See you later.
Oh, fantastic. Well, let's start talking about America's favorite berries, shall we?